Welcome to Jokakaka.
At night.
I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And this is our JoJolion review podcast where we talk about the new chapters of JoJolion when they come out.
Yes, review and discussion.
And this is chapter 92.
90 dose.
90 dose.
As they say in Spain.
Yes, in Spain. Not in Mexico, only in Spain.
Yes,
they say 90 dose.
Only that one, the farthest corner of Spain, where the Part 4 movie took place.
All right, so
It's Dangerous Pursuit Part 4.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
First impressions.
Very good. Probably the best JoJolion chapter. I can say that like alone, not like arc. I'm saying like standalone chapter.
Yeah, single chapter. I'm inclined to agree with you. I can't think of the last time that I was like literally like super emotionally invested in JoJo.
Yeah, probably maybe since one of like the Jobin Tsurugi chapters.
Yes.
One of the probably during the Ozone Baby or more so.
Maybe I'm trying to think of like.
But like,
this is reaching like Steel Ball Run levels of emotion of my emotional involvement.
Yeah, I think we're like this
investment.
I feel like this is gonna be like Love Train.
Yes.
Where there's gonna be like a long arc, and everything's happening in this one giant arc.
Well, what fucking shocked me was that the Holly went back into her coma.
I know.
I couldn't believe that this happened all in one chapter.
I know.
Because so before we start talking about it, when I saw that Holly had all the writing on her, my first thought was, all right, time loop. We're already into
Shut up.
We're in a time loop. Holly is like in the 100th loop already, and that's why she's got all the things written on her body.
She's in the middle of Jailhouse Lock.
Pretty much.
We came into the middle of the stand battle. She just took a break.
That's honestly what my first impression was. I was like, oh, Holly is like, she can't carry memories over to the next loop, so she has to write it on her body. But then I was like, oh no, this is just something that she, I guess... This is a big question,
Araki saw Memento.
Yeah, well, he remembered that he saw Memento.
He saw it again. He saw a rerun on TNT.
I'm sure that a million people have already shared this on Twitter, but Jolene pretty much did the same thing in Jailhouse Lock arc. I will not include a picture because I'm so sorry. I do not have time to edit this episode nicely, so you're going to get...
very busy these like last months, like... That's why there hasn't been like a part 3 anything this month, because me and Jim been like busy with work.
Yeah. Also, listen to our part 3 podcast.
Yes.
A new episode might come out soon. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, let's actually talk about this JoJolion chapter.
Yeah, after we got like a little YMCA with JoJo characters.
I fucking love this cover page so much.
I'm surprised he picks often what to be one of them and not Ray.
Mitsuba.
No, Ray or Mitsuba.
When I saw this, I was like, oh, I guess we're not going to see Mitsuba for a while. Or Rai.
I'm still waiting for the mommy versus mommy fight.
We might
that
see
makes
it.
That makes everybody smile. Have a MILF battle.
MILF battle. All right, so I was so hyped for this chapter. I'm sure a lot of people were.
Me and Jim were like hoping it'd be Sunday so we had more time to really talk about it. But as you tell, we are doing this late at night.
Yes, and I'm extremely tired, but I did do it for the fans.
Do it for them.
Do it for them. So I was utterly shocked that not only did the head doctor just like walk into a crowd, but also talk.
Yes.
It was almost impossible for me to imagine a voice.
So he is a person. Essentially,
he is, but also he
might not, or his face could just be hidden. So maybe get into that later, but like his face might be younger than he looks, so it could be Toru.
I still don't buy that. I really think that for me, when he went out and started talking, and like people were like, "Oh, this is like I recognize this character." To me, it was like, okay, there's no way that him and Toru are the same person. Like, that is just written off completely for me.
So we basically just get like the weird announcer introducing him. That seems like
I instantly thought of Steven Steele with this guy's hair. I felt like this, but I think it's a hat. This
is a character that's in the Rohan one shots.
It's also funny to see another JoJo character that isn't a JoJo with star iconography.
Yeah.
I think that's just really funny.
So
also, I love the images of him, like the doctor. Araki's doing some incredible paneling here with like the way that he builds up to
he is really shaded. Doctor. He's always shaded, and I love that. Mm-hmm.
And like the shining lights, it looks so cool. This looks unlike anything I've seen in JoJo. Like this whole sequence.
He's hitting
here.
The spotlight.
Yeah.
Finally.
So we can move on to.
Would Gat be like crawling from being like being pursued by like the guy falling on him.
Yeah, this cop that he I guess killed.
Maybe
this guy looks pretty dead. I'm gonna say
he literally like fried his brains with bubbles, which I guess he can do, which you read over last episode.
But yeah, Gappy or Josuke, as his name actually is like he's really just fucked up.
Yeah, he's crawling, but like that. But then we get the great reveal of someone calling out for Yoshikage, and you're like, oh man, and then it's Holly. But I honestly forgot what Holly like looked like, other than that one picture they always show of her.
I was in total disbelief for a second, just the way that this scene opens, where Josuke is like alone, and then she suddenly appears. I was convinced that it was like a weird, not flashback, hallucination, or like some sort of weird stand thing. And also, I think Holly's normally been portrayed with a hat.
Yeah, she always had this one outfit on for the most part, like every picture, but she looks like she's in her nurse garb.
So I really enjoy that she's been redesigned.
Yeah, like everybody that's been reintroduced for the most part.
Holly looks fucking awesome. I was so stoked to have a Holly chapter.
I know, I was so good.
I sang those words. I can't believe it.
I just love the initial like the big shot of her is so good.
Holly, yeah, she just looks super cool.
And she just asks them if he remembers Big Chungus, and
so hilarious meme reference.
We have a great shield hero.
So I was just like completely fixated on this whole scene where she says, "Oh yes, my son, don't you remember when you were when you were 4 years old and I took you to see the what is it? It's a Welsh bunny. A giant Welsh rabbit.
Fun fact, I had a big rabbit, probably not as big as that one, but still it was like pretty freaking large. And I was like, they do have rabbits that huge.
Yeah, what they're referring to here, the giant Welsh rabbits. I looked it up, and I looked up Cindy and Cindy-chan. I scoured the internet.
The real thing.
I could not find any reference to a Cindy giant Welsh rabbit, so I don't think this is a reference to anything. I think it's one of those times where Rocky was just like, wow, those rabbits get really big.
Wow.
That's interesting to me.
If I went to a zoo or a cafe that like had them, I bet, or something like that. Oh my god,
could you imagine a cafe? You could like
my sister went to the Otter Cafe.
These. I know, but like
and that was like really depressing. It's probably a little bit less depressing. But rabbits are smelly and they poop everywhere.
Yeah, rabbits are kind of like they're kind of useless too.
Yeah, you feed them a carrot or celery and they have their that's them. But he said as a kid he broke two ribs and wounded his left lung, so the rabbit just like fell. I want to imagine that the rabbit just fell on him.
Yeah, so
that's like my headcanon as a child.
That was one thing I wanted to bring up. So based on the context clues of this statement, she has to be referring to him playing with the rabbit as when he broke two ribs and wounded his left lung. How?
I don't know.
Unless you're right, and the rabbit did literally crush him.
Unless she's referring to him right now, like, oh, you've been running around here and you broke your left lung. I know. But
no, she specifically says in the next page, I treated you back then too.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Actually, this is whatever. This is not worth talking about.
It's not. It's just a minor thing, just her being a mother.
So then we get the cool reveal of. So I love this whole idea that she's like written all over her body, and it took I didn't really notice it initially, but the way that she's counting the time to like when the rocket infects her brain, it's like. It's counting up to her brain. So you in real time, dear viewer, can track how much more time is left in the chapter.
Yeah, because I think the first time she mentions it, it's like 120 seconds left.
She said,
it's like on her like stomach or like on her chest. So
yeah, we see that once it reaches her chin, it's like 30, or I guess her jaw, it's like 30. Just super cool.
It says she will go into a coma. So she still has her medical experience. She knows what's going to happen like with everything, and just.
But she also has all this shit written on her.
Yeah, I wrote down a couple things of their. I think she has like Kira. Her kid name is Yoshikage. About the actual like Lokakaka.
Oh my god.
Wu.
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta fucking talk about that.
So Wu, poor Tom, and do not trust. Memory is gone.
To me, that is like the biggest red flag.
Yeah.
Because like, I still think that Holly could be nefarious in a certain way. I'm not even joking. I think this is like a misdirect.
She's only going to trust her son. And we know in JoJo, like, family has a weird way of sensing each other, even no matter in what form.
It's true.
Like, it's always been a thing. True. Also noticing in her hands is in a coma.
Yeah. Yeah, so the thing that I really want to know, because this is not tattoo. This is like, I think she specifically says marker.
Yeah.
Marker or felt pen. Does she say felt pen? I don't know. Whatever. This is unimportant.
But she'd be in a coma, so none of the doctors go in there and like wipe anything off. Is like my favorite thought about
But
it.
like, that's not how comas work. Like,
she's been waking up though from these like every so often.
But if you're in a coma, they have to like change your diapers and shit. Like,
shut up.
So
we don't give you sponge baths. There's no sponge baths in this hospital.
So okay, this is the big mystery to me right now is how does she have this writing on her body? Did she do it to herself?
Yes. I think it's like before like the memory goes away, she wants to have these to remind her, because I'm thinking she had these memories at certain points that she can remind herself more so than like forgets it completely.
So yeah, because she says herself that she wrote these on. She at least says that she wrote the numbers on herself.
Yeah.
So I think. I don't know.
Maybe the doctors could have written on them, like, to just remind, like, maybe they're noticing this rock, or just a reminder for the test. The rock people are using her as a test subject, so they're kind of like keeping record of this. Maybe.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Learn about that,
but I think it is really cool. It's also kind of weird how she like starts to like strip in front of her son.
Doesn't care. This is JoJo. They don't care about anything like that.
She is very hot though. Holly is as hot as ever. I'd say Part 8 Holly way hotter than Part 3 Holly.
She's like way better of a character than Part 3 Holly.
Yeah, she is. She's more of a character.
Yeah.
Even though she spent more time in a coma.
But at least she's like fighting out of this coma and doing more than Holly. I mean, Holly woke up once, talked to Susie Q, and then went back to a coma.
I mean, I would if I was near Susie Q, I would wake up from my coma to talk to her.
Say, oh yeah, remember when Dad cheated on you?
So
yeah, there's a shot of like the back of Sotoro, the head doctor, said Sotoru.
Akifu Satoru.
Yeah, the head doctor, and you do see it without his hat, and like he has like the weird like stone like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure this is a weird like kind of like woo hat on his head, but like he has like a weird like look. It's just going rocky and it like breaks apart.
I'm gonna put this in the camp of just character design.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. Just so he's an old rock person.
Yeah, I love his hair though. I think his hair is really interesting looking.
But then
he's got like the sort of like evil villain from a 90s fighting game, like a what's the guy from Tekken?
Hayachi.
Yeah, he kind of has like a Hayachi haircut.
If only he does like kung fu like Hayachi, be amazing. And then
who knows? He might be able to.
I would take off his jacket. He's like completely ripped. It'd be amazing.
All right, it's time.
So yeah, let's talk about Lokakaka.
So, Lokakaka.
Fun fact, that was the second name for our podcast.
It was not. I think we're still in the clear because the pun still works.
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't like.
We gotta trademark that shit quick. So yeah, so like what the hell? It's like they couldn't think of a little bit better name, but like it's like the little author note kind of thing, which we don't get much of these in any of these translations.
Because Cool is he's a good translator.
Yes,
he doesn't need to put author's notes everywhere.
Just another way of writing Rokaka in Japanese, because L and R are interchangeable, and it's using a hard C for the ka sound.
Ka. So wait, but hard C is like a k.
Yeah, you're just dropping a C-bomb.
Oh, God. There we go.
Excuse you. That's what I was talking about.
I just had to make sure that we don't get put on the children's YouTube.
Oh, yeah, the babies YouTube. Yeah. Nah, we're mature. We curse like real men.
we curse like fucking boys.
Hey, you only had to censor me once. So yeah, we get a vial of
Lokakaka.
Some umbrella corporation, like sinister looking.
It really does feel like something like that.
It's like coming out of like the ground. It looks like it's always rolling out. It looks like something that would come out and be like this the virus. That's like the Resident Evil virus.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we get this huge thing about it's used for equivalent exchange.
Yeah, he just the fucking head doctor just tells. He just tells everyone.
Yeah. But he didn't tell you it's a fruit. He didn't tell them it's a fruit, though.
Yeah.
He just tells them it's just a new medical thing they're looking at and like researching and testing.
But it's crazy to me because, so if we think back to the end of the Dr. Wu fight, remember when they destroyed like all of the Rokakaka plants?
And we saw from this thing, this is like their storage of this stuff. And we'll get to that.
So I wonder if he still goes ahead and does this press conference, they must still have a large supply of Rokakaka, or at least this produced Lokakaka.
This is just a fruit. This is like the standard one we've seen, so it's not like
yes.
Yeah.
But
so they must have that. It seems like that's the one thing they probably have a decent supply of it somewhere. It seems to be scattered around the hospital. They're always just beating up the supply now.
Also, before we move on, I want to say,
what?
So when we refer to the plant, we'll say Rokakaka, and we refer to the medicine, like liquid drug,
the Loco and the
we'll
Roko.
call it the Lokakaka.
Loco and Roko.
Yeah, I had a thought, like, when I saw that Lokakaka spelled out, I was like, do you think that Araki wanted it to sound like Loco?
I don't...
like, crazy?
It's literally 4 Loco is the secret. But, yeah. So, it works 100% on animals. So, like, I'm wondering if, like... So, could the fruit just doesn't work differently on humans, then, I'm guessing?
Maybe, well...
Because was there any example of them using it in the past on an animal? Other than the rock animals?
No.
But we don't know anything about the rock animal because he's still looking for that damn hairpin.
Well, no, but we see... So, okay, this is going to be me trying to justify what I'm looking at. But the image of this cow here, it looks like half of the skull is like rock. So
that was the injury, though. If you look at it,
the cow's fucking head was exploded. So, but I think that they're saying that with the new drug version, that 100 because they're saying that they've only tested this on animals.
It may not have been a rock because I feel like the rock always has like a definitive look inside this part. Like anytime people get rocky or like especially with we saw on Holly and Gappy, like rock look was very. It just looks like a flesh, like a scar is gonna be there over what it kind of grew.
Yeah,
but like
I'm gonna respectfully disagree. I think that's what we're supposed to interpret. Because then look at the pictures of the mice. The mice have the clear like chunky rock on them as well. So I think
maybe it clogged up an udder. Who we know? Because it could have been exchange. It's weird.
With this, it seems like I don't know. The equivalent exchange thing is starting to get a little strenuous because like. We later on, when we see it in these examples, it looks like it's just like fixing the part that's broken with rock.
Yeah, and it just adds rock or does a weird thing like take away your nose, but not really.
Yeah, and I guess...
Because Mitsuba, it's not a rock nose, it's just a weird like...
I think it kind of is supposed to be rock. It looks like a strawberry.
It does like a strawberry. Miss Cherry.
Yeah, she is Miss Cherry.
So yeah, but the whole thing behind is top secret. Of course, it was.
How dare they?
But he said he will explain the exchange to treat brain cells, but that's really cuts off before he goes off more on that. So yeah, and then Holly talks about the rock humans, like how they slowly infiltrated in with like Poor Tom, Urban Gorilla, and Wu, and then eventually the head doctor came in as like last.
Yeah, I think it's neat to get this sort of like backstory.
I still think Poor Tom with the doctor is like the weirdest thing.
It is the weirdest fucking thing. Poor Tom is one of the weirdest JoJo characters.
That says something.
Yeah.
Even Urban Gorilla, they're like the weirdest. Wu's the most normal looking guy out of this weird grouping of people.
Yeah, Wu is so cool though.
I know.
Freaking love Wu.
So yeah, so we got that, and our symptoms are getting worse right now.
Yeah, it really is like disgusting. Like I hate the way the rocks look. They have like kind of a bio. Like a sort of biological look to them, in my opinion.
It is yeah, it's like weirdly.
They don't look like rocks. Like they look creepier.
Yeah.
Which makes it cool. And then also we have the incredible scene. So yeah, Holly's wheeling Josuke down to the gynecology ward. That was also written on her, so she knows she's pretty much like caught up. Like she knows everything that
it basically
we know,
works off as a reminder when she wakes up.
But then I love that she grabs a fucking fire axe.
It's so good.
She just starts like wailing against the wall.
There's so many good shots of Holly. I love it.
Yeah, Holly looks
just, like,
really cool.
But it's like the vault that was inside like Wu, like when they had the whole find the fruit in the Wu's office thing, and like, but yeah, but she also what's it called? She said she was being administered Rokakaka the entire time she's been here, so she's kind of been like a slave to the treatment.
So this would probably be your biggest indication of like Holly is not the main villain.
Yeah, Jim, local podcaster,
embarrassed and eats words. But I don't know. I think it's hella suspicious that she is she knows all this information. How does she?
Because JoJo needs a plot dump in every part at certain points.
That is a bullshit answer to him.
They need their plot dump.
That's a bullshit answer.
Random out of nowhere, like pulling up having to explain the Arrow history in part 5.
But with that, there was like reason because he like had there's like a backstory to it, and like.
But he still had to be there to just come in out of nowhere to just explain it to our characters.
I know, but what's the reason that Holly knows all this shit?
Because Gappy needs resolve, and she's been there. She works in the hospital,
but she hasn't been in a coma.
Because they haven't explained.
Like, crazy.
They haven't explained what her mental damage is, other than like memory loss. They hadn't explained it like 100%, like what kind of memory loss.
It is true.
Long term, short term. What weird JoJo specific memory loss. This is just like Memento, where every time she wakes up in a coma, she has to get reminded, and then. And she got lucky with Gappy was there this time. So, what's it called? Yeah, she talks about like Domo's group and everything, not knowing until.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Until like Kira found out about it for the most part, and that's when that whole exchange happened.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how Araki's connecting all of the different groups that we've seen.
I honestly forgot about the flying fish for a while.
I totally forgot about the flying fish.
So yeah. So Holly destroys the cannon with an axe, like great, and she gets the actual like the 4 loco, and then she says it can be given orally as well. Even though I'm pretty sure during the speech he said it can be a serum where they inject it into you.
Yeah, he says injected.
So I wonder is there a difference between injecting the fruit into you, like into the bloodstream, and like having it through the mouth.
Yeah, maybe it's more effective when injected.
Or like less terrible punishment for like equivalent exchange, like not your eyes like getting stoned. So yeah, Gappy, and then like before she can give it, she knows she's about to go into a coma again, and she's like, "Let me give my last words," but even though these aren't her last words,
yeah, it is really scary how, and as I said before, like you can track how much time passes because like during this last fight, it's like. Last fight. During the last
exchange?
Few pages, she has like seconds. Like it's crazy.
But luckily, JoJo seconds are literally
hours.
Yeah,
they're as long as they need.
Thanks,
to be.
Dio. But so we get to. She keeps telling him not to pursue the doctor, and because she knows he has no. This is the most interesting thing she says.
Yes,
that he has no face.
Okay,
and she
also the fact that
times.
she knows she seems to know about the stand.
Yeah, she knows he has the power. Maybe she got affected. She learned something about him, went to go, look into him, and then it affected her, and this is how they got her into this like guinea pig scenario, which is what I believe is happening. But yeah, so she met him many times. He has no face.
He has no soul.
Yeah, shut up. And she knows like Gappy, to Kira. Kira will not stop and everything, and. Once he's mind set on something, he will go at it no matter if it he'll end up getting hurt or getting through it, which is this
was a really cool little bit like that she goes into this whole thing about how because the whole time she thinks that he's Kira, and her like saying these things like just reaffirms the character that Josuke is. Like he really is.
He has Kira in him.
he has so much Kira in him, and just thinking back to all of. The way that he's acted, because a lot of people say like Josuke has no character.
I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I think I said Gappy needed a character to get hit, like a chapter to get him back on track, and this is that chapter, and it did such a damn good job with it.
There was kind of like a lot of foreshadowing to this too. Yeah. Like, was it last chapter? Last chapter.
Was it or when he got like knocked out to go to the hospital?
Yeah, because that was him like starting to like confront it, but this is like him. Having to like make a decision, sort of. Yes.
So yeah, she knows how Kira determined, and then he's like also like he knows that I want to pursue him. I might even kill him. Like he tells her that, but then he everything like this he puts into his mouth, but then the stone goes into his mouth and he can't breathe. Also goes into his nose if you saw the little thing. That's why he couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, when this happened, I thought that we were gonna have like. The rest of the part was just going to be
cut away.
Josuke without his
mouth,
without his mouth.
But yeah,
because we've seen characters lose their mouth before. But
you notice it started to go to his nose, so there's no way he could have breathed.
Yeah.
So yeah, then Holly rips off his cheek bandage and then pours it into his mouth that way. It was uncomfortable way.
That is so cool. I just love the callback to Gappy's like cheek wound from the doctor, and it's so cool that the way like. the way that the doctor had hurt him in the past is a way that Holly's able to save him from dying.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I really hope the Rokaka is in like a citrus, because imagine like that burning like his cheek.
I mean, I can't imagine it feels good at all having.
I know, but if it's like a lemon or whatever, that would be the most painful thing.
It's a good burn.
It's a good burn. But yeah, so
she drops the bombshell that he needs to basically like not go after him, but go after him at the same time. I
wrote down the quote, like, the head doctor's true form cannot be grasped.
So when she said this, it was like, this is unlike anything that we've seen in JoJo. Like,
you cannot chase him, but it's okay to be made to chase after him.
So that was kind of what Rai did in the previous chapter.
He basically said we have to think of a way. If we go to this meeting, we're not pursuing him. We're just going to this like seminar kind of thing.
Yeah, and there's also...
It's more like a press conference than it is a seminar, honestly.
Yeah, right? It's like E3, but for medicine.
Yeah, for weird-ass medicine in Japan. But then her actual last words are, I want to see you again, which is, I love that. Then she goes into coma. 'Cause I'll see you again. Yeah, that's a music reference for this.
So this scene was incredible. And then Josuke, like, literally breathing sobbing heavily, trying to, like, collect his thoughts, coming to terms with his identity, and finally saying,
he gets his
I am your son.
He gets his resolve. He gets his determination. This is him cradling Mista with the sun beaming down on him.
With him, so not only do I love that, it's not like he's trying to be Kira. He's not trying to be a former person. He is coming to terms with who he is currently.
He said like that. So I don't have those past memories. I am Josuke.
Yeah.
But you are my mother. Both of those halves that are him consider Holly their mother. So like she is like.
Oh, it's such a powerful moment.
I know.
Such like no other JoJo has ever had such a deep connection with his mom.
I know.
Most of them are just bad.
Or
they hide it.
Jojo hides it and a dick to his mom, and I don't think we ever see him face to face. Like, other than that one time, he said, "Are you okay?" And then he did a dick.
Yeah, and then he says a mean thing to her.
I mean, Josuke in part 4 is kind like him and his mom have that weird relationship that where like they're kind of like friendly but kind of dicks to each other.
Yeah,
and
but
then
this is like
Jolene has daddy issues. Johnny has daddy issues. Jonathan gets daddy issues because of Dia. Everybody has parent issues in JoJo.
Well, that's like a running motif in JoJo. So, yeah, Josuke has his great moment. He says, "I'll save you. I swear it." We also see his weird stone deformity.
It kind of just goes up on the left half of his body.
So it just looks really weird because initially we see. So he finishes ripping off the bandage.
Yeah, we get
the famous shot.
We probably get a famous pose now for him.
Yeah, this is a really iconic pose. And so we see that in parts of where I guess you could assume there was a wound from earlier, that the stone is there, but it also is like growing upwards.
Yes.
Towards his birthmark, which is cool. It sort of draws your eye to the birthmark.
I just love it's so weird. His birthmark like is going over. It's kind of weird where the placement is on Gabby's birthmark.
It is.
It kind of would be on his back, but it's like going on the front of it. You can see it from the front.
So I've complained about this in the past, and I think one of our commenters might have actually said and it totally changed my mind on it. So I've always complained that the JoJo birthmark has changed positions. Like the first time we see it in part 3, it is very clearly you could only see it if you're looking like at someone's back, and then as time goes on. I think it started in like part 5. You could see it from the front. Yeah, it started to like migrate. And I was like, well, this is stupid because it's supposed to be in the same spot. But birthmarks don't always have to be on the same part of the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So someone said that and I was like, oh, yeah, I guess it could migrate and that's not weird.
And most times it's hidden anyway. Other than like Jolene, I think, had it exposed like all the time.
I think hers was like more on the shoulder,
I think
too.
when she didn't have the jacket on for the most part.
Yeah.
So, then we just...
Everyone sign up for my Kickstarter to get the JoJo Star tattoo.
No, my Kickstarter to get the JoJo underwear that's going to be for sale.
I would totally buy the JoJo underwear.
My next cosplay is going to be that JoJo underwear.
And shirtless.
I need to get ripped quick.
And also we'll glue stones on your eyeball.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to talk about this. Stones on Gappy's eyeball.
It's like, yeah, it goes like...
It is fucking strange, dude.
So
it's literally coming out of his eye.
Yeah.
Like, from his, what are the black part called? The pupil.
The iris in the pupil.
Yeah, it's coming out of his pupil, which is fucking disgusting. So, what happens when his eye moves? Can Gappy blink? Is he allowed to blink anymore?
Is he blind?
I don't think Gappy can blink.
Is he blind? Can he see?
Is he going to become alternate reality Leaky Eye Luca because he can never blink his eye anymore?
That's when he gets the shovel and beats the head doctor.
Really cool. I just really like the way that it looks.
I love him just like looking out the window with just his underwear. I want someone to be like look up at the outside, like what the fuck.
We also didn't mention that we're so distracted. He also destroys the lab in like a fit of rage, which is really cool.
Was it order?
He like breaks everything while he's crying. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and probably there goes the loco stockpile they had there. Because I'm guessing that's like the one area. I hope you hit. And yeah, so that's where the chapter leaves off. And I can't wait for the next one. This 40-something page chapter.
Let's have a brief JoJo discussion.
Yes.
What is a better healing item? Is it the Lokakaka or is it Zombie Horse from Part 7?
Zombie Horse.
How do you not remember Zombie Horse?
I remember Zombie Horse.
Zombie Horse was
I remember Zombie Horse.
How could you forget?
I forget. It's just a weird thing.
It was just like, it was literally stone free, but you had to like stitch your own wounds up. And then they use it like once and never again.
Yeah. I like Zombie Horse because they never used again. This is going to be a plot. This is going to be a healing MacGuffin that's going to be a major thing now. It
would be really neat if he does grab like 5 of them and like in the next battle everyone gets really fucked up and they keep drinking it, so everyone's appearances keep getting changed by adding more rocks. Because
this is all smashed up. This house has been smashed up so much now, and now I don't know, where's he gonna go from here now? Cause
he's gonna go downstairs.
He's not pursuing
die.
He's not gonna pursue the doctor. He's gonna be pursuing something else. Maybe he's gonna be going around the hospital looking for more of this loco or other, rock people labs they have in there.
So what could he use to justify pursuing the doctor at this moment that wouldn't get him fucked up?
First, it would be getting Holly back to her room, probably. He's also wanted still.
That's true. Also, he probably killed a cop or a security guard. We don't know. Or a nurse. I don't know.
Lily.
It seemed like it was a police officer.
Put him to a coma.
Yeah. He took him unconscious.
I don't know, like, this isn't me. The guy who's me is you're looking after doesn't have a rock growing out of his iris or pupil.
I can't argue with that logic. Yeah. I would have remembered if he had a rock growing out of his eye.
Cops and JoJo are the dumbest.
They are just like subhumans most of the time.
They're monsters.
I couldn't believe how normal they looked in JoJolion so far.
So far. But now, because of that, it looks normal where they had to get him taken out. We're probably gonna cut back to, Okay, so one thing people are saying is because his face, he doesn't have a clear face. People are saying that Tsurugi is definitely the head doctor, or like covering up his face for the head doctor.
Tsurugi?
Because of Paper Moon King makes the faces, not distinguishable.
Sure.
That people are like kind of like put that one in one. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Cannot.
And the head doctor showed up at the school, and maybe everybody had a different look to the doctor. Everybody kind of
what they like saw him differently.
Everybody sees him differently. Like a different looking old man because he kind of looks different in like a couple of images that we've seen, like from little things.
I don't understand why people would think that Tsurugi.
People still think Tsurugi is connected to him.
Maybe connected, but I can't see them being the same person.
I still think they have a connection there. Because I still think the whole thing of that's what the kid being like at the gate attacking him was the head doctor because for some reason they tried to pursue him when he was at the school. And I still have like all those thoughts, but that's one of the things people are thinking.
Yeah, we've also seen the head doctor. I mean, we've seen the head doctor where Tsurugi isn't a lot. Like, remember the time he was at the house when Jobin was fucking his wife?
Yes. He was there a couple times.
He was just there, like.
He was there a couple times, man, and that's when Tsurugi also. Or I remember Mitsuba got attacked by him as well.
Yeah, in last chapter.
Yeah. So there's gonna be something really weird with him going around. Cause, I don't know, his the way he moves is the weirdest thing. Not like his stand is more so like why does he get there so quick?
Yeah, it's like I
still think
he just like blinks.
I don't think. I think covering up the face would show that he's not 89 years old. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. So the idea that he's like he's too hard to comprehend. Like what were the words? It's like he's that she uses. It's like he's incomprehensible. Like,
yeah, you cannot comprehend him, or I had it written down, guys. You cannot grasp his true form. Cannot be grasped.
His true form cannot be grasped.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how to take this.
Yeah.
This is such a huge reveal, and it's so weird that this character's getting so much attention. Like, I briefly had the thought of, like, is he just going to be the final antagonist of JoJolion?
And one of the weirdest things people said is he has the corpse parts all in him.
That's not even, like, hard to believe.
That's another thing I heard people discussing about this.
Well,
about him.
JoJo fans are notorious for having terrible opinions and horrible fan
theories.
Yes,
but this is also the podcast for terrible opinions and terrible fan theories. Like Holly's a villain.
I disagree. I think we have the best fan theories.
Little dozens of us. I'm not saying they are fans. I'm saying us. we put like I always say, our tin hats.
Yeah. All right, well, I really don't have too much more to say.
Do you think about the Jesus thing? Do you think the corpse parts will come back? Because they're in Japan.
I hope they do. You can never tell.
Bring back the Part 7 tie-ins.
You can never tell with the Rocky's writing. Sometimes things that you think are going to come back just don't.
Or Gappy goes get, what's her name, Kyo. Because her stand she can do whatever she wants with her stand pursuing him, and she doesn't give a shit. She's not going to be going after him. She can keep doing maid shit.
That's true. Yeah, that would be perfect. Even though, have you noticed that she's like been so absent that
I know
she's been removed from family photos?
Really?
Did you know about this? This is something that people have been mentioning, that the idea is that she's been like written out of existence.
But the thing is, so we know the Hichikaras are coming to the hospital with Tsurugi, right?
Yes.
We're pretty sure that's going to happen.
We think
if Kyo comes with them, she's going to.
We don't know.
Maybe she sees Gappy bring what's it called, Holly, back to her room, and she's like, what the hell is going on? Why are these marks? You give me the lowdown, then there we go.
Maybe, but also Kyo has literally vanished from the story, and I'm not saying this is like a joke. Like there's evidence that she does not exist in JoJolion right now.
I know.
People have looked at like picture. I think it was like 2 chapters ago. There's I shouldn't say this without checking this, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's a picture that she was in before, and now they showed the picture, and she's not in it currently.
There's many people that want Kyo to do something though, and I'm hoping like this. If she doesn't appear in this, that I believe she's gonna be written out pretty much for the rest of it. If she doesn't appear like at the hospital with the family,
this feels like it would be a natural time for her to come in. I think you're like, because Born This Way is very much similar to where it's like what's the term, like automatic pursuit stand.
Yeah,
so
it's like the opposite of like it goes after one person, where everything you got through him, it comes after you. Mm-hmm. So like
that would be really neat to see what would happen.
I know exactly. I want to see the old man open a door, and then there's like it'd be the weird thing like the Green Baby, where like if you just can't comprehend, like you just fall forever.
I really wonder if we're gonna see something kind of like Love Train with him, because if he's able to like distort the way he like distorts reality is insane. Last chapter, like. Mundane things were happening that were just hurting, like the way that Mitsuba's weird like kitchen accident exploded and like almost destroyed her face with hot water.
JoJo tends to end with a transformation, so at every part. So
that's kind of true.
In some form or another, there's a transformation.
Kinda.
Dio just goes on a blood high and just transforms to the blood, like the jacketless Dio, and lipstick.
The hot Dio.
The hot Dio. Then we get Vampire Dio. We got Ultimate Cars. Kira changes face and also gets like a bunch of.
He does get a power up.
Yeah, he gets a power up. More so Giorno transforming. Poochie, of course, and then everything in part 7.
Yeah, I think this is just more of like the typical like shonen
forms.
Like
is it my final
story
form
structure? At all? Pretty much. I mean, like they're shonen. The whole like thing that drives shonen action is like power ups.
Yeah.
So it's always like hype when there's a power up. So I mean, I don't see how it would happen in this.
Yeah, I still like I said, I still think he'll dual wield Killer Queen at some point just for that fan service shot.
That would be cool.
And
as I've said every time.
Because we still don't know what's gonna happen when someone actually has a piece of the new fruit.
Well, I think
we don't know 100% what's gonna happen. We know it's supposed to heal Holly, but we don't know 100% like what else can happen.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Is it actually just like a free pass? Is there no equivalent exchange needed? Because that's the whole thing with like this is that it's not. There's no free lunch.
Will the side effect be some kind of like weird thing like a Requiem stand?
Mm-hmm.
Could Holly get a Requiem Star Platinum, and that's the twist at the end, like, and she star fingers the head doctor or Joven or something?
I can't even imagine like Requiem Star Platinum. Like I just don't even want to think of these words. I hope for the love of God Requiem stands never come back because
they're broken.
Yeah, they're just kind of like a black hole of potential.
So
I don't know. I like how
I know I extended this more than you wanted to, but I just wanted to throw out like some of those like things I read about like theories they had.
No, it's always good to just completely shit on terrible fan theories.
I know it's your favorite pastime for this podcast. But yeah, put some of your thoughts and theories coming from this chapter. Yeah. Where do you think it's gonna go from here? We're gonna.
Oh, can I actually answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot to say, I think that the next chapter we're not going to see any Gappy. It's going to be what happened to Yasuho. Why did Yasuho not make it to the Gashigata state last chapter? Because she should have.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. I've looked at the clocks.
I have the timeline.
I've analyzed the timeline.
And also like,
also Tsurugi. Like,
Tsurugi.
What's going to happen to Tsurugi?
Who's gonna go from the family to the hospital?
If anyone even does go to the hospital,
it's definitely Jobin will definitely go with.
We don't even know if they're taking Tsurugi to the hospital though.
Oh, yes, true.
Remember, it was kind of a misdirect when it showed Gappy in the hospital.
And then, what the hell is Ray doing? What's the Planet Fraser doing now?
He's in prison.
Is he gonna meet up? Is he gonna?
He's just in prison.
He might be in prison. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, where else would he? Like, they surrendered.
You gotta have a weird thing like. A weird stand fight in the jail cell.
That would be so fucking cool.
But he can get out.
Was it you or I thought I saw you said something about him and Carrera, Love Lux meeting up in prison.
Yeah, that was my.
Which would be cool. I would love that.
Her coming back. Who knows Kaito?
Yeah, just any random like
characters are coming back now because Holly didn't bring up any more stone people. She brought up the Demo group and she brought up the four rock humans we had.
Oh my god.
What?
I just had a fucking brain blast. So Holly told Josuke that you need to pursue him in a way where you're not pursuing him. What is a place in Morio that we know you move the way that you don't want to move? Say it with me. Shakedown Road. So, the final confrontation with the head doctor is going to take place on Shakedown Road. Josuke is going to propel himself accidentally. Because remember how Shakedown Road works? There's like these weird little like suction cup air hockey table boys. So, Josuke is going to ride one of those guys and crash into the head doctor and kill his ass. That's my epic fan theory.
Sure.
I knew Shakedown Road was going to be important, Sam.
Yeah, just like a lot of random locations.
You're going to feel like such a fool.
Just like the wall's eyes.
Hey, they were referenced recently.
Yeah, sure.
They were.
I know they were, for sure. They'll come back.
Yeah, Araki's playing fourth dimensional chess.
Sure.
And we're all just playing tic-tac-toe.
Sure.
All right, who likes my fan theory of Shakedown Road coming back for the finale of this fight?
Whose fan theory is like better?
Whose fan theories are more trash and worthless?
So
me or Jim?
Me or Jim? So you want Jim or Jim?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we have to end this soon.
I know, you have to go to bed.
I'm so tired.
So, yeah, thank you very much for listening. Like he said, please comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
You guys are fantastic.
Yes.
We got a ton of subscribers with our last episode.
We're close to 500, which we may have a drunk episode if we reach 500.
Oh, I think I'm going to get rid of that one.
No, you better not.
I hate it.
I love drunk JoJo ramblings.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. If we make it to 500 subscribers, then maybe I'll put that episode out. So
hopefully we'll do more part 3 stuff if our schedules calm down a bit. I know next week it won't for me.
Nope,
but
I am fucking going away for work.
Yes, so probably we'll have skip November on part 3, but we'll probably get back into December, I hope.
Also fun stuff. No hiatus.
Next month. Now we know, yeah.
So I think it's February.
Usually, when we go to a con, for the most part, we either get one or we don't. And then, follow us on Twitter, each of us solo or the actual like podcast itself. I'm going to my sister got me, she went to Japan and she got me an Ultra Jump issue of last chapter. And it had this weird spread of these weird characters. It's like the Guess Who, a Poke Rap of weird background characters.
Poke Rap.
Yeah. So I might post that on there. So if you want to try your hand at guessing literally the miscellaneous minor character Jojo page on the wiki, it's your chance to go ahead and try it. So yeah, and anything else we're missing?
No. Wait, did you say we're on Apple Music and?
Oh yeah, the other podcasts.
Spotify.
Yeah, these are the ones that are on iTunes.
It's better to say Apple Music because people iTunes doesn't exist anymore.
I know, but iTunes is forever.
Yeah, for us millennials.
Yeah. Okay.
All those.
Okay. Boomer.
Did you say "Okay, Boomer" under your breath to me?
I have to. When someone brings up like whatever generation you belong to, you have to say "Okay, Boomer."
I'm assuming that most of our audience are Zoomers. Just because, who else cares about this stuff? But hilarious. I love it.
But yeah, some cool stuff.
So yeah, listen to us on Spotify, on Apple Music, and Stitcher, which no one listens to, but it's there anyway.
Stitcher exists. Stitcher's a thing.
I keep meaning to put it on Google Play too. I think you can do that.
People listen to Google Play?
I don't think so, but it's good
Remember
to have
Google
it everywhere.
Hangout?
I do. It wasn't.
Remember
great.
Skype? People still use it. I think
People
Skype
do.
a little bit.
People do use
People
Skype.
haven't migrated to Discord yet.
Well, Discord is also fucking trash. Okay, we cannot talk about this
One
right
day
now.
we'll have a Discord if we get popular enough.
Yeah, that's something that I guess I've been thinking about too. If would people be interested in a Jokakaka Discord?
No.
I say writhing in pain and hating myself.
We'll find out.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, thank you very much again. We'll see if you just listen to these. We'll see you in a month, whenever around the 19th.
Yep.
You know the drill.
Pretty much.
And yeah, thank you again for listening.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, or bye.
Goodbye. Good night for us.